Welcome back, first timers. We just touched down in Maui, and this is part 2 of a multi-part Hawaiian travel series.
We're going to be in Hawaii for 7 days. We're going to the island of Kauai. We're staying in Poipu, but we're going to go all over that island.
Before we get there, we're going to hang out here in this airport because we got about a 2.5, almost 3-hour layover. We're going to go check out one of the lounges, get some snacks, rest up a little bit before we head over to Kauai. We're in the Premier Lounge, which is part of the Priority Pass network, which allows access to different lounges around the world through the American Express Platinum card. Now, if you are not Hawaiian Airlines first class, which we aren't for this flight, you have to be put on a wait list and wait for space to open up so you can come in here. They do offer light refreshments and drinks. They have coffee, they have tea, they have some really cool taro and sweet potato chips, and little bag snacks. No hot food, no alcohol, but they do have free Wi-Fi, they have nice comfy chairs, and just a place to relax while you wait for your flight. All right, we have about an hour before our flight. We're leaving the lounge a little bit early because we're actually meeting up with our friends, Casey and Megan. You might remember them about a year ago when we did a video in Placerville, and they're coming to Hawaii with us.
Actually, we're going to Hawaii with them.
This is their 1-year anniversary, and we're tagging along. We landed in Kauai safe and sound. It was a short flight, no internet, limited services, but we are now here. We got to pick up our baggage, and then we're going to head over and get a rental car. We did request a Jeep. I hope we have one because it's the perfect place to have a Jeep. But before then, let's see if we can get laid.
Successfully got laid as soon as I got here.
And now you're official.
Hopefully
Rental cars are a little bit of a madhouse. There is a long line to get on a shuttle. I was able to get on the one that goes to Alamo. There are some car rental places that are off the airport and some that are on. I left the group behind because there's no chance that all 4 of us were going to be able to get on the shuttle. So we're going to check in and I'll go pick them up. The band is back together. We all met up. We finally got to the car rental place, and we do have a Jeep Wrangler showing up. They did offer an upgrade to one of the bigger SUVs. They had Wagoneers, they had these Explorers, pretty large and in charge, but we needed the quintessential Hawaii vehicle. One's coming through the wash. It looks spectacular. I hope we can all cram in there because we do have a lot of luggage. And then we have about a 25-mile drive from here to our hotel. We're staying at The Point. They said it takes about 25 to 45 minutes depending on traffic. We made it to The Point. It wasn't a long drive at all. It was only about 20-25 miles, but it only took us about 30 minutes. So even with a reduced speed limit, no traffic, no problems. It's actually a really beautiful drive. You go through all these trees, you see the mountains.
We actually got to see one of the free things on our list that we wanted to do, which is the tree tunnel, where the trees have grown over the road and formed a tunnel. It's really cool.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We have so much more to see while we're here, but we're gonna get checked in. We're gonna take a look at the hotel and we'll show you our room.
We'll give you a full tour of the resort later, but just off the lobby is this amazing view.
We made it to our room. We do have a water view. This resort is very expansive, but just so you know, it is like a timeshare place, so be aware of that. But I do think they do let you book outside of the timeshare as well. So we're not members, but we are tagging along with a couple members. So let's give you a quick rundown of the room because we don't want to impede on their vacation, but we do want to show you what this whole room has to offer.
We are in room 2102. It's on the ground floor. It has 2 primary suites and then a shared living area in the middle with dining table, couches, and a full kitchen. And another surprise behind this closet over here. The room opens up right out here to a little patio with some chairs. There's also a hot tub and some grills right here. And then just beyond that is this beautiful view of the ocean. In the living area, you've got 2 chairs and a couch that folds out into another bed. TV, entertainment center. It's pretty clean. Carpet's really clean. Couch is clean. Let's go check out the kitchen. Kitchen's got everything you need, including a dishwasher, refrigerator, freezer, stove, and I bet they probably have utensils and cups here too. And they do. And the secret behind the closet? Washer and dryer. This is the main bathroom. There's also another bathroom over in the primary suite over there that we're going to show you right after this. Pretty standard toilet, sink, walk-in shower. And our room is right here. You got a closet, dresser, bed, TV, air conditioners pumping, and we also have our own sliding glass door out to the patio. Plenty of closet space to store all the clothes we brought. Let's go check out the bigger primary room.
Terry was a little off. It's not technically 2 primary rooms. There's a bedroom with a detached bathroom and then a primary room with an attached bathroom. We're gonna go in there, before they get too comfy.
The bedroom's a lot bigger over here. They also have a bigger bed and a huge bathroom. It's got double sinks, a nice big giant tub, a walk-in shower, and a separate toilet area. That's all we're going to film for today because we are very tired. We're going to go get cleaned up and get some rest, and we'll pick up with you tomorrow.
It's now time for the resort tour. This place is right on the water. It's a great location, and it's a huge property. So there's 10 separate buildings, and each building is between 3 and 4 stories, and then each building has, I don't know, something between 20, 30, maybe even more rooms per. So it is a really big complex, and it does have some amenities that are pretty nice. I'm going to show you the courtyard, which is right outside of our room, where there's an adults only pool, but don't get any funny ideas. It's nothing like that. It's just a little bit more quiet, tucked away, so you can enjoy the pool without having to worry about kids screaming and yelling.
Our room is just behind us, so we have a nice ocean view as well as the courtyard with the pool like David mentioned. There's also 3 grills out here, so if you want to do some grilling, you got that option too.
I've just been informed that this actually isn't a pool, it's a hot tub. So it's an adults only hot tub. It has a little water feature in the middle.
It's very quiet out here. They have a nice meandering path that goes all through the resort, and you got this nice view of the ocean as you walk around.
Just next to the paved walking path that we were on, just a little bit closer to the water, there's a dirt and gravel path that looks like you could run on, bike on, and it is right next to the water. And these waves are pretty crazy. You could get down to the water, but this area, biking. But this area is a bird nesting area, so you just have to be very cautious that you stay on the trail and don't disrupt any of the birds. But man, these waves are crazy. You could feel it. It's powerful waves. So while you could get down to the water here, it is rocky and it is turbulent. I don't think it would be very advisable to get in the water here. There is a beach just a little bit down the path that looks a little bit calmer and more protected from the waves.
This area is going to be one of the best places to catch a sunset. They do have a couple benches out here so you can sit down, relax, and watch it. The beach is right over here, and we're going to walk around and head back to the resort. The pool here is super nice. It is 0 entry, so if you have any mobility issues, you're not going to have to worry about how you're going to get into the pool. And it's not very deep either. It's probably about 4.5 feet. It came up to about here on me, so I was able to enjoy the entire pool, and it's a very nice temperature. They also have a hot tub, which is not too hot, just right for relaxing after your hike. They also have a towel hut out here. When you check in, they give you some cards, so when you go to get your towel for the pool, you turn in your card. They give you a towel. When you return your towel, they give you back your card. There's also a bar and grill out here. They have drinks, food, everything you need for a relaxing day at the pool.
So the outdoor bar and grill is open from the morning to early evening. So from 8 o'clock to I think 8 o'clock at night, they do have food and drinks, pool style food, but then also kind of Hawaiian theme. So if you're looking for some food in a pinch, that's going to be a really good place to go. But it isn't open late and it's not open very early. So if you have any excursions going on that would have you leaving before 8 o'clock, you're going to want to plan ahead for food. And if you return later than that, you're going to want to plan ahead for food as well. They do pour the drinks pretty heavily and they're not crazy expensive.
They also have an activity center. They got a ping pong table, a couple games, an area for books and puzzles. And right beyond the activity center is the fitness center.
This fitness center is pretty packed. This is probably one of the best fitness centers that we've seen at a hotel. Now, there are a number of treadmills. They also have bikes. They have ellipticals. There's machine weights. There's free weights. There's pulley systems. There's quite a bit of equipment and capability packed into this fitness center. But the best thing about it, they have a freaking sauna. I don't think I've been to a hotel where I've seen a sauna. Maybe we're not staying at the right places typically, but it's a huge sauna, a lot of space in there, and it's hot. I can't wait to use this fitness center. Really impressive. Would recommend.
In the fitness center, they do offer some filtered water, and these machines are all over the property, so you don't have to worry about running out of water.
Another thing of note is there are a lot of paths, there are a lot of stairs. However, there's elevators that are accessible throughout the property. You don't have to go up and down the stairs if you don't need to. So accessibility really isn't a problem here. You might just have to take a little bit of a longer route to get where you're trying to go.
In the lobby, they have concierge. They can help you book any tours or trips that you want to go on while you're staying here. They also have a small business center and some seating area. One thing to note is they don't have any kind of sundry store, so if you're looking to buy sunscreen or something like that, you're not going to find it here.
Concierge service is a really nice touch. They're super helpful. They have a lot of great recommendations. They know all the ins and outs of this island and where to go, what to see. If you're here, definitely stop by there. They can give you really good recommendations. Another thing of note is there is an ATM in the lobby, which is helpful because if you're trying to tip or anything for any of the tours, it's nice to have a little cash.
While they don't have a sundry store here, they do offer vending machines throughout the property. One thing to note is that this is a little bit of an older property, so the buildings are showing their age a little bit, but the people are very nice and the rooms are very clean.
We're running a little bit late right now. We have a dinner sunset cruise along the Napali Coast today, and we got to check in, but like always, we're running just behind. Well, we're going out with Holo Holo Charters. It's a sailboat charter company, and dinner's included. But let's get checked in before we miss the boat. We made it on time, but we didn't stop to get Dramamine. We're both a little nervous on maybe getting seasick because there is a hurricane off the coast. It's not going to be hitting us, but it's kind of going up north of us. It could be causing a little bit more swells than normal. Luckily, when you check in, they do sell all kinds of local crafts, but they also have Dramamine.
Here's to not throwing up.
So the boat goes out of a place called Port Allen. It's not too far away from where we're staying. It only took about 25 minutes. It's a really cute area down here. Be aware that most of the roads are single lane roads. You can get stuck in traffic a little bit, so plan accordingly so you get here on time. It is going to be rocky today. You want to sit at the back for a smoother ride. If you want a crazy wild ride, go up front. We just got our safety briefs, met the crew. It looks like it's going to be a great time. Maybe a little rocky. It's really cool because this is a sunset cruise, but there's also dinner included. So as soon as we get out of the harbor, there's going to be appetizers, there's drinks, beer, wine, seltzers, and then Mai Tais. Those are all included in the price of the trip. And then on the way back, we're going to have a full dinner.
For anybody that's curious, there are 2 restrooms on board. I'm going to go check them out.
We're about an hour into our 4.5-hour boat cruise. We've already had our appetizers. We've had a couple drinks, so we're feeling a little loosey-goosey. It's not as bumpy as we had thought it was going to be or anticipated it to be. It is a little choppy, a little windy, but nothing really out of the ordinary and nothing that I would really be concerned about. If you want to stay dry, though, definitely you want to be towards the back of the boat. Towards the back of the boat, it's a lot less bumpy. Now, we're cruising along the island, and then we're going to come up to the Napali Coast on the right side here very shortly, and we're going to be seeing sea caves, waterfalls, all kinds of stuff. But there's also an island just off to the left, a privately owned island. It's owned by a family called the Robinson family, which have ties back to the Sinclair family. They bought it back in the 1800s for, I think, $10,000. You can only get out there by invite. You can take charter boats and you can take helicopters. It'd be really cool because the intent of that place is to really preserve the culture and the history of the local people there. Now, we didn't get the invite because, well, why would you invite us? Maybe one day we get back out here. But for now, we're going to just keep enjoying the cruise. I can't wait to see the coastline. And I'm also excited about dinner. As soon as we made that turn around the island and we got to the Napali Coast, there was a huge pod of dolphins that popped up. I tried to get a shot, but they were gone before I could even really get a shot. These cliffs are magical. They look great. I mean, just... they look like something out of a movie, which is kind of funny because I do believe they filmed at least some parts of Jurassic Park here. Right now we're able to see the cliffs and sea caves here. These cliffs are the second tallest sea cliffs in the world at 4,500 feet. The only taller ones on a different Hawaiian island. If you want sea cliffs, come to Hawaii. We're now in this little bay area. It is still so majestic. These spires are insane. We're going into a sea cave, or at least right up to a sea cave, and there's a waterfall. So I'm gonna try and film this without getting you guys wet.
This waterfall is known as the Waterfall of Fertility. I'm staying out of that.
We just reached our turnaround location. We were able to get some really nice photos. Now we're gonna be heading back, and then we'll check in when dinner is served to show you that. But for right now, I think Terry and I are just gonna enjoy the views, enjoy the rest of the cruise. If you're out here, we would definitely recommend taking one of these cruises or maybe a helicopter to come out here because I've never seen anything that look like this. So it is definitely magical and breathtaking.
We've got quite the spread of food. Kalua pork, teriyaki chicken, rice, pasta salad, tofu salad, and a green salad. No sunset cruise is complete without a sunset. And there it is. We'll check back in with you tomorrow.